Yo, what is up, guys? I'd like to welcome you to this free training here on how to grow your email list of highly qualified parents to convert um, into paying customers today, right? So let's just dive right on in it. I'm so happy to have you guys here today. And I promise to make this worth your time. I think you're going to really enjoy what I have here for you. So if you don't already, you can pause this video and then go grab a paper and a pencil, take some good notes, and I think you're going to be stoked on what you're learning here today. So cool. So check it out, guys. If I could go back in time to the very first day that I opened my tutoring center, right? Whether this is online tutoring or offline tutoring, I wish someone just like shook me by the shoulders and said, Richard, start growing your email list on day one. Because people that don't start growing their email list on day one, after they've been in business for a while, realize that they need one, they wish they had one, and if they started growing it early on, they'd be a lot further along their path than they are now. I know that I would be, right? So check it out. So why do you need a list, right? Why is a list important, right? So it's the first step in the sales process, because unfortunately, when someone comes across, your ads, or they learn about you online or anything at all, it's very unlikely that they're going to do everything that you want them to do on very first contact, right? It's very rare when someone sees your ad or sees what you're doing or goes to your website and just says, okay, cool, I'm gonna buy all their stuff and become tutoring with them and do everything they want me to do right away, right? Because that's just not how it works. When's the last time that's happened with you, right? When have you come across an ad and just bought all their products and their services and everything like that, right? It's probably highly unlikely. So it's the first step in the sales process is actually collecting their email list, because this goes into part two where it says it allows you to build a relationship with your leads, right? Because that's what it's all about. It's if someone doesn't know, like, and trust you, they're not gonna do business with you, right? Unfortunately, it's just how it works. So you're gonna want to build a relationship with these people by giving them value, right? Educating them, entertaining them, right? Doing different things so, in the future they can do, they might want to do business with you. So, and that goes to the third part. It allows you to stay in front of your audience, because at the end of the day, someone might be kind of searching for tutoring, but, they don't really need it yet. Well, the person who stays in front of them the most with, emailing them constantly, maybe retargeting ads or however you're doing that, is gonna earn their business, right? Because people do business with people they're familiar with, and by that point, they're gonna be familiar with you. So after they're on your list, you don't have to pay for these people again. So if, for example, if you're running Facebook ads or YouTube ads or Google ads or any sort of advertisement at all, you would know advertising costs money. It is an investment. But once you get someone on your list, you can market to them forever without ever having to pay for that person, that contact again, right? And that's very powerful. Every business that grows long term has an email list, right? I promise you, if you go into your inbox right now, you're gonna have a ton of emails from people that are trying to do the exact thing that I'm teaching you here today, right? They're gonna send you offers, send you blogs, send you, some sort of, valuable information or some tip or hack or whatever that may be to try to earn your business, right? And the money's in the list, as I'm sure you've heard, the money is in the follow-up, the money is in the list. And so it typically takes anywhere from 7 to 12 contacts with someone, before they'll actually do business with you, right? That's why it's so important to stay in front of these people. So what's the simplest way to actually build your list? It's by creating a lead magnet to attract your ideal customer, right? Now, what is a lead magnet exactly? A lead magnet is essentially something that you can give away to your audience in exchange for their name, their email, their phone number, or whatever else you might want from them, right? Address, or depending on what you're trying to accomplish, you can ask for all kinds of stuff. when I always recommend though, when you're first starting out, just ask for name and email. Sometimes phone number, if you feel like that'll help you actually convert the lead. If you want to, do some outreach to them, via text or phone call, which is always helpful. Just keep in mind, the more that you ask for, the lower the conversion rate. Meaning, the less amount of people that actually see it are going to put their information in, right? Because phone numbers are tend to be very like intimate information, right, and addresses as well. So I'd start with name and email. So what are some of the different types of lead magnets right here? So we have guides, right? You can write a guide on anything, a guide on how to increase your child's confidence in XYZ. Checklists, which is my personal favorite, and I'll tell you why here in just a moment. But you can have checklists. You can do giveaways, right? Giveaways like, give me your information to enter to win, 12 hours of group tutoring or one-on-one tutoring or whatever you want to offer them. Audio files is really cool, right? You could just record yourself on your phone these days, and you could say, download this audio file of, the 3 things I learned after helping 100 students increase their grade from a D to a B in as little as 2 months. Grab that now, right? Or something like that. Courses. Now, courses are fantastic. They do take quite a bit of front end work, but the cool thing about courses is once it's done, once it's filmed, once the marketing and all that stuff is put together, it's done forever, right? That's yours. It's an asset that can be used. So one of the most successful lead magnets I've ever created was actually something called multiplication mastery, where basically the hook to that was get this free course that's going to help your child master their multiplications in 30 days or less, right? That was my big benefit and promise to them. And it almost went viral. It did. It went huge, grew my list super fast, super affordably, and it was amazing. So if you can, courses are fantastic, but today's going to be all about checklists. So here's a checklist for effective lead magnets, right? This is actually a checklist that I could even put together and make a lead magnet out of it. But so basically, the very first thing is a benefit-focused title, right? So so many people, when they market, like, it's a rookie mistake is they have a bunch of features in there, right? But you want to focus on the benefit to the audience. So like, your audience is most likely going to be a mother, who has a kid who's struggling in something, and wants to see them succeed in school, right? So like, a benefit focused title might be something along the lines of like, hey, download this checklist of 7 things that can help you, eliminate the homework headache or the homework fight at home with you and your child when you're helping them with their homework, something like that, right? The benefit to that is like, hey, we know that you're having a fight at home when it comes down to homework. Let us show you how you can eliminate that, right? And a lot of parents will probably find a lot of value with that. So after your benefit focused title, you're gonna have a little disclaimer, which we'll talk about in a second. A little description of who you are, why you got into tutoring, why you love tutoring, and why you're an authority, why they should listen to you, right? And then with a little image of you, just a nice, headshot or whatever of just you right there, because people don't have connections with lead magnets, right? Or checklists. They have connections with people. So it's always nice to put a face there, so they kind of know who they're talking to, who they're reading from. And I think it's just a little good touch to have into that. So then after that, you're gonna have 5 to 10 things here that your audience will get value from. So basically, that's the checklist, right? You're just gonna have like the bold headline, which is the main part, and then a short paragraph underneath supporting it. And then you're just gonna do that, right? 5 to 10 things. Typically, odd numbers for whatever reasons are really good. So like 7 is always kind of the magic number. So cool. And then at the very end, you're gonna have a recap of what they learned. So hey, in this checklist, you learned X, Y, and Z. If you'd like some help on that, why don't you book a call with one of my tutors and let's talk about if we could help you. And that's your call to action, right? So awesome. So let me show you this, guys. So this is my little lead magnet template here. And so here's like an example of the title, right? So the ultimate checklist on how to get your child's confidence up in, English, in Spanish, in math, in chemistry, whatever your subject may be, as well as the grades, right? Again, benefit. The benefit is if you get this, we're going to show you how to increase your child's confidence and get their grades up, right? So like for the title, you want a big benefit to the audience. In this case, the benefit is increasing their confidence and increasing their grade, right? Page 1, this is that little disclaimer. The information contained in the title of your checklist and its components is meant to serve as a comprehensive collection of strategies, right? So a little disclaimer. And then page 2, write a little description of who you are, how long you've been tutoring, why these things are important, and how you're very excited to share this information with them, right? And then also at the bottom of the page, you're gonna wanna add a photo of yourself so they know exactly who they're reading from, right? It's a nice little touch. Cool. So the bulk of your content, again, is to have 5 to 10 things that your audience is really going to resonate with, right? And so make it informative and explain reasons why these things are important. So here's an example, right? So this would be like number 2, right? So remove all distractions for your child's study time. So that's like the one of the things on the checklist, and then you have a supporting paragraph here. So we have a ton of distractions that can easily turn an hour of study time into 10 minutes of study time and 50 minutes of texting and computer time, right? We've all been there. So this is my advice, and I give them a little bit of advice on how to actually execute on this little tip, and there you go. And so you're just gonna have that, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. And then on the last page, you're gonna have a small recap of what they learned from reading this checklist, and then make sure they have a call to action. So something would be like, would you like a bit of help implementing these tips? Book a free hour of tutoring with our amazing tutors here, right? And you can insert a link to some sort of calendar, right? You could use Calendly, or you can actually use something that's even more effective here in a little bit, and I'm gonna show you that at the end of this. So cool, so that's a little template, right, for creating your lead magnet. So fantastic. Okay, so cool. So now once you actually have your lead magnet created, you have to have a way to actually get that lead magnet out into the world, right? You have to be able to deliver that somehow. So you have to have some way to actually collect the information and send them the lead magnet, right? So there's a few options. There's Smart Tutor, right, which is a system that I actually developed that I'm gonna actually show you this one here shortly. There's ClickFunnels, there's Lead Pages, you can do custom built web pages, right? And there's a whole bunch, right? You could do a quick Google search and just find a ton of them, right? Cool, so what would something like that actually look like? So this is a simple landing page that I've created. This is actually one that I use in my business, in my tutoring business, and it's actually very, very effective. It's simple, it's straight to the point, it's sweet, and I'll explain all the little intricacies of this here. But this, when you're actually advertising something like this, you're looking for about a 40 to 50% conversion rate, meaning if 100 people land on this page, they see your ad and they click it, 40 to 50 of those people should actually fill this form out, right? And so this right here has actually accomplished that for me. And it converts really, really well. So I have a headline here. Ever wonder why some students do amazing in math and others don't? Sign up now and get the exact same strategy that one kid used to transform his entire life before he even graduated high school with about 2 hours of total effort, right? Fill out this form below to get your free PDF checklist. And so this is basically it. I ask for their full name and their email. Once they click this, it inserts their information. That now becomes a lead in my system, and then they're automatically sent this checklist that I created for them, the ultimate checklist on how to get your child's confidence up in math as well as their grades, right? And this is just like a cover photo, right? So now, how do we actually go about creating your high converting images, right? For your Facebook posts, for your Instagram posts, for your Facebook ads, your Instagram ads, right? We have to actually make high converting, high quality graphics, right? So here's some tools that I use. So I use Canva.com. Canva is actually what I built this presentation in. Absolutely love Canva. There's a free version and a paid version. I always recommend starting with the free version, and then once you're ready upgrading to the paid version, it's worth every penny, right? And then here's a do-it-yourself bookcovers.com 3D mockups, and we're gonna actually visit these sites right here. And this is remove.bg. Remove.bg will basically just remove the background of an image for you absolutely free. Okay, so cool. So let me show you some of these tools in action, right? So the first one I want to show you is the DIYbookcovers.com. And so basically you come here and you can see these are like single images, and then there's composite. I personally really like the composites. I like the one like this personally myself, but you can go in here and pick any one you want. Like this one looks really cool, and then all you would do is you'd simply click next. You would upload, you know, your photo or whatever of the actual cover, and it's gonna automatically insert that image, boom, into your little book here, right? And I'll show you an example of that soon. So I'm not actually gonna do this for you because it's pretty self-explanatory. You would just simply click one of these, click next, click upload your cover, and it automatically gets inserted onto that. You could download that image, and then you could actually take that image over here to remove.bg, upload it, and it's gonna remove the background of that image, so you can upload that into Canva, and it, you know, you can just put it on any background you want, which is super nice, super simple. I'm a big believer in just trying to keep things as simple as possible. You can see here, like they uploaded this this girl here with, you know, the brick background or whatever. They removed it, so now it's just her. And then you can put it on like any sort of new background you like, right? So pretty cool free tools there. So awesome. So let me show you some examples of what those could look like. So these are actual examples or actual ads that I've ran. So this is what I'm talking about. This right here is I used the do-it-yourself book covers thing, inserted that, if you notice on the landing page here, this is that book cover, and I just simply put it on this book and put it in the physical form, because you want it, even though they know they're not gonna, you're not sending them a book, right? They're not getting an actual book in the mail, but it's always nice to show it that way because it adds value. It just increases the perceived value of what they're getting, right? And so I tested all three of these, and it just literally has that thing on it, different backgrounds, and it just says get your free checklist. I personally thought that this one was gonna convert the best, but this is why testing is so important, and that's for a whole nother video. But this one actually performed the best out of all three of them, and so this was kind of my winning ad there. So awesome. So now attracting leads, right? So now that you have a lead magnet, now you have a way to actually deliver that lead magnet to people. You know, you have to actually get people to be able to see those pages, that landing page, so they can actually claim that offer from you, right? So there's a few things you can do, and you can start driving traffic right away. You can put it in your social profiles, so put it in Facebook, put it in Instagram, right? Put it anywhere that, you know, if you have a YouTube channel, put it on there, right? Put the link so people can start driving and actually, you know, you start driving traffic to those offers, right? So post in relevant groups as a value post. So a lot of people, I see them making the rookie mistake of going into groups and simply saying, hey, I'm a tutor, if you need help, reach out. Never works, right? People hate just being marketed to that way. But if you position it as a value post and you say, hey, you know, I saw that a lot of people in these groups are like struggling with this, you know, common thing here. So I thought I'd write a checklist that, you know, could be very valuable to you. Simply comment on this post and I'll reach out to you directly and shoot it over to you, or just click this link and then let me know where to send it, and that'll be in your inbox here shortly, right? That's a much better and more attractive way of trying to get leads, and it's free, than just saying, hey, I'm a tutor, right? Because now you're actually taking the hard work that those groups have taken to actually build that you know, community of people, and you're now adding value to them, but they're now becoming leads for you. So it's really cool, right? Put it on your website, right? So you can put it on your website, you can write blog posts around it, and have a way that when people find your website, people are going there, visiting you, seeing what you're all about, you can actually capture their their email, because sometimes people will go to your website, browse for a little bit, and they'll never come back ever again. So you want to try to capture them as soon as possible so you can continue to market to them, right? Related influencer shout outs. So this is really cool because what I would do is I would compile a list of Instagram pages, meme pages, whatever pages where I feel like, you know, parents will be like congregating. And then I'll reach out to them and say, hey, what do you charge for a shout out? And depending on the size of the audience, I mean, sometimes for 100,000 people, I mean, they'll ask for like 40, 50 bucks, and then you just shoot them over 40, 50 bucks, and then they'll actually shout you out and post, post a little, make a post about you, and then send those people over to your Instagram page where you're gonna have this link in your bio. So you can grow your social media pages this way fairly quickly, and you can actually get leads this way, right? So you're basically, again, you're using someone else's audience that took them years to build, and for 40 or 50 bucks, you're able to tap into that, right? And then Facebook and Instagram ads, of course, they do cost money, but it's an investment in your business, and I'm a huge advocate of advertising. Advertise your business, okay? So, cool. So here's a few tips. Make posts about your lead magnets every 1 to 2 weeks, right? So like every 1 to 2 weeks on your Instagram pages, just say, hey, here's this really cool thing that I think you'll get a lot of value of. If you, if you're interested, there's a link in the bio. Click the link in the bio. On your Facebook, continuously post it on there every 1 to 2 weeks. And I always recommend having a multitude of different lead magnets that you can offer, like, helping parents solve different problems that they have. Every 1 to 2 weeks, just, cycling through that, right? Just having different lead magnets, different offers and stuff like that. So they're not always seeing the same thing. Now, if anyone comments on your group posts, make sure you respond to every single one of them. And there's a couple reasons why. One, it's going to actually put fire to the algorithm and boost that post, because the more engagement that it has, it's telling the algorithm on Facebook and Instagram that, hey, people really like this, so let's show it to more people. So that's really cool. And two, people really like to see that you're a real person. It builds trust when you're actually in there responding to the comments, right? On your ads, you can begin with literally $5 a day and have it and grow your list, fairly quickly. $5 a day, guys, is 150 bucks a month. So it's an investment, but make sure, if you end up doing ads, you're consistent with it. Pick a budget that you can just let this thing run forever, because that's how you're gonna grow. Consistency, okay? Have the lead magnet available on your website with a pop-up or on your blogs. So have a little pop-up that, like, if someone's on your site for like 10 seconds, it pops up and says, hey, would you like this really cool free things? Just put your name and your email and I'll send it over to you. So you can, again, take that traffic that's going to your website and actually collecting those leads. And then again, you could put it on your blog post. You could write like a blog post about it and say, hey, if you don't want to read this entire blog post, you just want me to shoot you over a quick checklist, again, put your name and your email here and I'll send it over to you, right? You want to constantly be trying to build your list. And then on your Instagram post, say click link in bio. So you always want to have that call to action, which is just click link in bio, because you want to tell them what to do. Hey, if you want this, go click the link in the bio, right? So check it out, guys. Do you want the easy button that could literally do all of this for you? You can have it up and running within under 30 minutes. Well, let's explore Smart Tutor, okay? So check it out. This is Smart Tutor. We're here in the Smart Tutor dashboard, which is my proprietary system that I've actually developed specifically to help tutors grow their business. And so how this could be used to grow your email list, check it out. If you go down here where it says funnels and websites and you click on funnels, you get all these different ones, but the one we want to talk about today is the lead magnet checklist. You click into this. Let me show you how easy it is to get this up and running. You're going to click on edit page. You're going to go into here, and most of this is already done for you. All you're going to have to do is, like where it says subject, you're going to put in your subject. So you can say like, for example, oops, English, right? Boom, there we go. So every wonder why some students do amazing in English and others don't. Sign up now, right? So then you would just click on this right here, and you would just simply upload that cover photo of your lead magnet, and boom, pop that into here, and you're done with that. You simply scroll down, put your company name here, your tutoring company here, click save, and boom, you're done. The home page of your lead magnet attracting system is absolutely done. How cool is that? And then there's a couple other things you got to do. Then you would simply go over here to the thank you page. You click on this, you click edit. Let me show you how easy it is to edit this bad boy right here. You go into here where it says subject. Again, you just highlight this and erase it and put your subject. And then here, this says join a free Facebook group for parents. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a Facebook group, but this is a really cool way to build this audience wherever else you want them. If you want to send them to a YouTube channel, if you want to send them to your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your Twitter or Facebook community, whatever that may be, it's a cool way because some people that land on this thank you page are actually going to do this as well. And so you can actually grow your list as well as your audience somewhere else, which is super cool. So you just click on this button and then scroll down where it says website. You would just put the link to your Facebook community or your Facebook group, pop it in there, click save, and you are done. And then again, if you want to, if you want to do YouTube channel, join the free YouTube, or something like, I would just delete this and say, subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? Boom. And then you're done. And you could, if you want to make this like bold and sexy or whatever, and click save, and you're done. And then you would just modify the rest of it to match YouTube channel, right? And then you're done. That's it. Now your two things are absolutely done. You have your landing page, you have a thank you page. There's only one other thing that you'd have to do, and you would go in here to marketing and campaigns, and they're already done for you. This is a beautiful part. You would click where it says funnel lead magnets, click on this guy, and then you would just click edit, and you would just edit this email right here. So here, where you would just put the title of your checklist, you delete that and just put the title of whatever your checklist is, and then right here you'd put your subject where it just says, hey, is your child struggling in English? Book a call with one of our expert tutors and see if tutoring would be a good fit. And this right here, this is a custom value, because in the system there's actually a calendar system, right? So it's basically linked right into here. So what happens is this, when they actually get this get this email, it's not going to say this. It's actually going to be a link to a calendar that's in your system. And when they click that, they can book a time to talk to you. And it's actually going to automatically alert your phone saying, hey, someone just booked a time to talk to you at this time. Make sure you give them a call. And then it's also going to automatically remind them that they have a call with you to make sure that they show up. So when you get on the phone with them, you call them, they're going to answer because they're going to be ready. And then you can actually hopefully turn some of those people into paying customers, which is awesome. And the last thing you would do is you would just simply click attach file, and you would attach whatever your lead magnet is, and then click save, right? Because what happens is once that person gives you their name and their email, this will automatically get sent over to the email they provided for you, to hopefully try to, one, get them to book a call with you, and two, actually give them, you're actually going to give them your lead magnet this way, right? So that's it. Once that's all done, you're literally ready to go, and it's fantastic. Now you can start growing your email list. Now, one more thing I want to show you is once they enter their name and their email, they're actually going to be tagged as a newsletter. And so the reason that's important is because you could go down here to or back to marketing, click emails, click create email. There's an entire email system built into Smart Tutor, and it has all these cool different templates. You could just click into here. For example, this is one of my favorite templates. You just go into here and you could like put your logo, you can put whatever picture you want, you can put, you know, your post into here, you can put on call to action, you know, you could say like, book a call with an expert tutor today, boom. Put your link to the calendar that's in the system, and then you could send this out once a week. I always recommend sending at least once a week. If you can't, that's too much, once every 2 weeks, a simple newsletter to your blogs or just some valuable tips, stuff like that. And basically you could send it to people that are tagged newsletter. So that's how you're gonna start converting your list of targeted parents who need help into actual paying customers. And if you do this, I think you're gonna be quite surprised at you know, how quickly your tutoring business can grow, which is really, really, really fantastic. So check it out, guys. If you're interested in getting access to the Smart Tutor system, there's going to be a link below right here where you can actually get a 14-day free trial, no risk. All you're going to have to do is fill out your information, put in your credit card information, but you will not be charged. And then if you cancel within the 14 days, you just shoot me an email and you will not be charged. But if you decide like, hey, this system is fantastic, you love it, it's totally gonna take your business to the next level, then after the 14 days, you'll be charged and then you'll just be on the system, which is super, super cool. And then another thing that I'd like to let you guys know is I'm doing trainings like this every single Friday at 12 p.m. PST, absolutely free. There's also gonna be a link for you to register those calls. And basically if you register for the free trainings, I'm just gonna, remind you every Friday that there's a free training. We're all gonna hop on a Zoom. You're gonna learn some cool stuff on how to start, grow, and scale your tutoring business. And with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me here. Hopefully you guys took some fantastic notes, and I'm looking forward to you guys' success. All right, guys, I'll see you later.